Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Snatch Chat, where I'm here to help you lose fat, but not your mind. I'm Tiffany, certified personal trainer, nutrition specialist, and your body snatcher. And today we are going to talk about the most efficient way to work out to both lose fat and to save time. Okay, so I'm going to go over some things that will help you in that manner. But before I do, I want you to go in the description. Okay, I want you to go get your Snatch Starter Kit. Okay, it is a all-inclusive little kit for you to help get on your snatch journey. Okay, there are some workouts, some links to some workouts, but there's also more. So we all know you need more than just workouts for, to be fit. That's why I also focus on nutrition and I got my certification in that. So it gives you some, challenges that I put in my Snatch Sessions program, as well as some tips and tricks for mindset and nutrition and all that stuff. So definitely go get that kit. It is a bomb.com tool and it's completely free, no strings attached. Okay. And then if you want an actual program, you can also just check out the Snatch Sessions program. As of this recording, the price will be going up soon. So, if you're watching this when it actually airs, go check it out, okay? Or even within a couple weeks. Yes, a couple weeks is going to go up. So, yes, check all those things out and then also subscribe to the channel, okay? So, now that I got all of that out the way, let's talk about how to get these bodies snatched in the least amount of time, okay? So, we're going to talk about what actually gets results on the workout side first. So, in general, it's going to work hand in hand what's going to save you time and what kind of exercises are going to work for you. So, the thing I want to focus on mostly is the difference between compound exercise and a single joint exercise, okay? So, or single muscle exercise. So, a lot of times, and I've trained at gyms as well. So, I know that this is a thing, and I also know based off of, Instagram videos and other things that people kind of push to you, that people are not understanding the concept of getting the most bang for your buck. And when I say for your buck, I mean your time. So, the main thing you want to be doing, okay, if you are short on time, is to focus on compound exercises. So, what a compound exercise is one that focuses on more than one muscle group. Okay, so a lot of the more popular exercises are actually single muscle exercises, and those only work one muscle. So I'm going to give you some examples of some compound exercises and some single muscle exercise. I like to say single joint because it's like, but single muscle. Okay, so uh, examples of a compound exercise: deadlifts, okay, squats, shoulder presses, anything that works more than one muscle. So when you're doing a shoulder press, right, you're actually working your shoulders, your chest, and your triceps. When you do a chest press, you're doing the same thing. Even though you are targeting one muscle group more than the other, you are still getting work in those other groups. However, let's use a lateral arm raise as an example. In that example, you're not getting the same bang for your buck because you're only working your shoulders. Okay, same with a tricep extension. When you do a tricep extension, you're only working your triceps, right? You're not actually working your shoulders or your chest. So I will give the caveat that when you're doing any work in general, when you're moving your body is going to be involved in some way. But when you're targeting muscle groups, you want to be doing exercises that are working more than one thing. Okay. And then when you get into like squats, deadlifts, okay, those work all of your leg muscles, and they're also work your upper body to some degree and your core and their full body. So with a deadlift, for example, which there is a reason why a lot of people love deadlifts and they use it as one of their primary exercises in their programs. It is because it is actually doing a lot for your body. Okay, with the deadlift, you're not just working your legs, even though it's very popular for leg day, which I also use as a leg day exercise with my program, just the way I, alternate my muscle groups. But it actually is a full body exercise. So, and it's also a pull day exercise. So a lot of people, so I like to make my program around the push, pull, core, and leg kind of system. So I like to do movement based programming as opposed to just muscle groups or, just full upper body, lower body. But deadlifts are actually a pull exercise as well. So when we're talking about pull push, they're exactly what they sound like. So when you're doing a push exercise, you're actually pushing something away from you. So when you do a shoulder press, you're pushing something up. When you're doing a chest press, you're pushing something in front of you. So when you're working that muscle, when you're doing that, you're working your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. When you're doing a pull motion, which is exactly what it sounds, you're pulling something, you're working your back and your biceps. So, personal training in general revolves around movements as the basis of the training. And when you're going for your certification, that's how they teach you how to kind of apply the exercises to programs. Now, most people are only going to know upper body, lower body, or they might even do push pull, but then some exercises actually incorporate more. So, like deadlifts are really great for that. So, if you have, you're short on time, you only have like 20, 30 minutes, you're always going to get more bang for your buck putting in compound exercises. Okay. So, for me, I like to do a joint system. So what I'll usually do is I'll put a few compound exercises and then I will add the single muscle exercises for emphasis. Okay. So examples of, the single muscle exercises would be the lateral arm raises, like I said, tricep extensions, anything abduction and adduction, which are very, very popular when you're actually like thigh exercises, when you're, pushing your legs apart and pushing them in. So the adductor and the abductor machines are very popular in the gym. And a lot of times I will see people, well, women mostly, they will go, I will see them come in, they'll go to the locker room, they'll come out, and the first thing they hit is that abductor and those adductor machines because people want to feel like they're working their glutes and their thighs. And I get it, that is always going to be a push in fitness, but you will get so much more out of doing regular squats or deadlifts for your butt, and more so squats. Okay, so there's another thing with like, what is considered hinging exercises for your actual like hamstrings and stuff versus things that are actually going to build your booty. I'm not going to get into that right now, but if you want a video about booty building, let me know in the comments. Maybe I will do that. I don't consider myself a booty, building expert. A lot of that is because, a lot of us already have a booty. But there are exercises that are more attuned for that. Another example are glute bridges. So you'll see that a lot in videos. So glute bridges are very popular. They do work a little bit more than your glutes, but I consider them more of a single muscle exercise. So you're really only working your butt. So basically what I'm getting to here is that if you really are short on time, okay, you need to be getting the most work, okay, that you can in that short amount of time. And the way to do that is to target to get more bang for your buck, as I said before, and target more, muscle groups at the same time, right? Because if you do like 5 single muscle exercises, okay, in a routine versus three or four compound and then a couple of single muscle exercises, in reality, you're actually getting a ton more work on more muscles if you're doing it with compound exercises. Okay, so that is just pretty much the gist of what you should be doing. So if you find yourself that you're doing a lot of like just abduction and adduction, and you're doing the same exercises over and over all the time, you need to switch it up, and you need to really understand the actual difference in compound exercises versus the single exercises. Okay, so you can do more research on that. As I said, I kind of use this whole system. Most personal trainers that really know what they're doing will be, implementing this, because it's one of the main things that you are taught with your programming. Of course, there are some people who don't know what they're doing, but I am not throwing shade. I'm just saying it's your responsibility to know what you're doing as well. So you shouldn't be relying just strictly on, the internet. Okay, you should be trusting yourself, but you should be trusting yourself based on experts and people who actually know what they're doing. So make sure that you're actually paying attention to that and see that people, are actually really on point with what they're doing. Okay, so that's just a little sidebar. All right, so that is it for this episode. So long story short, start adding compound exercises. Again, deadlifts, squats, okay, shoulder presses, chest press. You can look it up. There are just a ton of different ones, but I would say there are probably 10 or less that you really can use to really make your program better. And then there are variations of each of them. Okay, so like with deadlift, you're going to have your typical one. You'll have your Romanian deadlift. Squats, you can do sumo squats, you can do regular squats. There's just a ton of different variations. You can always combine different exercises. So there's a infinity amount of ways to actually implement these exercises, but they are the bare bones and the core principles of strength training. Okay, so go check them out, figure them out, and learn. Like I said, if you want a full-fledged program, you don't want to think too hard about it. You'll learn everything in my Snatch Sessions program. Just another shameless plug, because this is my YouTube. Okay. So yes, go check that out before the price increases. And if nothing else, definitely get your Snatch Starter Kit, because you'll get some of that stuff anyways. Okay, so that's it. I'm out. Till next time, eat well, drink well, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and I will see you soon.